You know that feeling when the whole world goes quiet? It's 2 a.m., everyone else is asleep, the house is still, and somehow you finally feel like yourself. Not tired, not winding down, alive. The world has spent years telling you that successful people wake up at 5 a.m., that morning routines build empires, that the early bird gets the worm. But here you are, most creative, most focused, most you when everyone else has checked out for the night. And you've probably wondered why. Why does the darkness feel like home? Why does silence unlock something in you that daylight never quite reaches? That's not a flaw. That's not a bad habit. And the reason why might tell you more about yourself than you think. But what if staying up late wasn't a flaw at all? Science has a word for what you are, a chronotype, not a personality quiz result, not a self-help label.
A biologically established sleep-wake pattern, literally baked into your DNA. A study out of the University of Toronto found that evening types consistently scored higher in creativity and abstract thinking than early risers. Not slightly higher, meaningfully higher. Now, there's a difference between someone who stays up scrolling out of habit and someone whose brain genuinely peaks after dark. One is a choice, the other is wiring. And if you've always felt more switched on at night, not because of screens, but just because that's when everything clicks, chances are you're the second type. Your brain is different, not broken, different. And once you understand how it's different, everything starts to make sense. And here's why that feeling hits so differently at night. Think about what your day actually looks like. From the moment your alarm goes off, you belong to everyone else. You're someone's employee, someone's parent, someone's partner, someone's problem to solve. Every hour has a demand attached to it. And then night comes. The emails stop, the notifications slow, the invisible audience that watches everything you do during the day, they're gone. And for the first time all day, nobody needs anything from you. Psychologists call this autonomy restoration, the mind reclaiming itself after a day of bending to external demands, remembering who you actually are underneath all the roles you play. Because here's what nobody says out loud. For a lot of people, nighttime isn't just quiet, it's the only time they exist for themselves. During the day, you're a version of yourself built for other people. At night, you are just you. And once you felt that kind of freedom, really felt it, of course you don't want to let it go. If you're watching this at night right now, this next part is going to feel very familiar. Research into evening chronotypes keeps finding the same personality markers. Night people don't just stay up late, they think differently, they see differently. Have you ever noticed how your best ideas come at midnight? Studies consistently link evening types with higher openness to experience, a natural hunger for new ideas, unconventional thinking, and creative connection, the kind of mind that quietly wonders how the world could be different. And it goes deeper. Night people tend to be more introspective, more likely to sit with questions about meaning, identity, and purpose, not because they're overthinking, but because they're wired to go beneath the surface. Then there's emotional sensitivity. Night types pick up on things others miss entirely. The energy of a room, what's left unsaid. Depth, creativity, emotional intelligence. These aren't small things.
But these same traits come with a cost, and it's one most night people know all too well. But here's the part nobody talks about. The same quiet that sets you free also lets everything in. Why is it that 3 a.m. makes everything feel heavier? Why do the thoughts you avoided all day show up the moment your head hits the pillow? During the day, noise protects you. The meetings, the tasks, the endless scroll, they keep the harder thoughts at a safe distance. But at night, the distractions disappear, and everything you didn't have time to feel finally finds you. Psychologists call part of this revenge bedtime procrastination, staying up because the day never truly belonged to you.
Taking back hours that felt borrowed, demanded, consumed by everyone else. Night thinkers carry emotional weight they never fully process during busy days. Old conversations, unresolved feelings, questions without answers. The darkness doesn't create these thoughts, it just finally gives them room to speak. And here's where it gets frustrating. Everything you just learned about yourself, the creativity, the depth, the emotional intelligence, none of that matters to a world that schedules everything at 8 a.m. School start times, 9 to 5 culture, productivity gurus swearing the secret is a 5 a.m. alarm. The entire system was designed around one chronotype, and it wasn't yours. So night people get labeled lazy, undisciplined, unable to get it together. And after enough years of hearing that, you start to believe it. But research shows forcing evening types into morning schedules causes measurable cognitive decline and emotional damage. This isn't preference, this is biology being ignored.
How many years did you spend feeling broken for something that was never wrong with you? The world wasn't built for you, and that's not your fault. So after all of it, the science, the freedom, the shadow, the system that was never built for you, here's the question worth sitting with. Who are you at 2 a.m.? Not the version built for everyone else. Who are you when the performance is over and nobody is watching? Carl Jung believed we spend our days wearing masks. He called the authentic self hiding underneath, the part we suppress during daylight, the shadow. Not something dark, something real, something true. And for night people, the shadow speaks loudest after midnight. So let's go back to where we started. It's 2 a.m. The house is quiet. Everyone else is asleep. And there you are, awake, alive, finally yourself. Maybe the night doesn't change you. Maybe it just stops hiding you. If this felt like someone finally understood you, subscribe, because that's exactly what this channel is for. Not surface-level psychology, the kind that actually explains you to yourself. And tonight, before you sleep, ask yourself this: what does your night self know that you haven't listened to yet?